The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
It is Wednesday. Install day. Got to get the game plan ready to roll as the Cowboys travel to Foxborough, Massachusetts to play the 2-3 Patriots at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots have not won a home game this year.
That's unlike them. That's not like the Patriots, man.
Church has also never wore his Survivor shirt on Wednesday this year.
I was the first. I was the first to don
wore
the
it on
Survivor
Tuesday,
shirt.
bro.
I messed up. I messed up.
Newy, hey man, you look good in your shirt, bro. You look, it look
Man,
real good. You, know what
you
I'm
do
saying?
look good, Newy.
Yeah.
You do look good in your
You know
shirt.
what I'm saying?
You look good.
White, got the white version
Got the
on.
white.
And I don't know what that is you got on.
I just throw on some,
It's crazy.
Man.
So one of these Wednesdays, hopefully,
I'm
you'll
gonna be
put it
there.
on.
I'm gonna be
No
there,
matter
man.
what happens, you gonna have to put the shirt on no matter where I'm at.
I
think
tried.
It's the black on black one, isn't it?
That-
Black
yeah.
on black.
I need that one.
I got a black one coming out now.
You know, hey, I'm gonna be first on the list. I need to put that bread in
nah,
there. Hey.
First of all, you ain't getting nothing if you don't wear it. Today is Wednesday.
I was the first one to don the Survivor Season 41 Team Danny.
On the wrong day.
Oh no, yeah, it's
Hold
Tuesday.
on, CB, you over there talking crazy. Who's been supporting the show and giving everybody what needs to know about the show every single episode?
Sounds like excuses. No, it's cool.
I ain't been the one diving deep.
But that does not change the fact that
here
you
we
do
go.
not have on the
Here we
Survivor
go.
Season 41 shirt
Learned
today.
about this in ethics class at the Neely School of Business. This is called a rationalization.
And here we go. Who's at the watch party?
Rationalization.
Louis, was you at the watch party?
Danny,
I don't think so, man.
I was there.
I've been there since the beginning. All right.
From what I've heard, it was good I wasn't at the watch party.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah, so today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, and we have
Today is Wednesday.
Today
is Wednesday.
Welcome to the Players Lounge.
Players Lounge.
Two undrafted
Man.
safeties.
We might have the best intro of all.
show. Barry Church, the Toledo Rocket,
man.
Danny McCray, the Ultimate Survivor. It is Wednesday, Survivor on CBS tonight, 7 Central. Danny's a part of the cast. And since it's the show night, you wear the Team Danny Survivor
I'll have mine on tonight.
shirts.
I'll have mine on tonight.
So,
Man.
That's right. I will be expecting you to at least take a picture and then post it so I can show my
Whatever
Team
you
Danny
need.
support.
Whatever you need, I got you.
If you have a Team Danny shirt, because we had some people some great listeners who bought T-shirts because of them hearing about it on this podcast.
support.
All right,
It was
great
great
support.
support.
So y'all post it, tag me, I'll repost it, tag y'all in it, and I really appreciate everybody that came out, supported the Season 41 Team
I'll
Danny.
be one of them supporters. I'm gonna throw it on today. You gonna have Survivor in the background. I'm gonna have Team Danny on. We good. We in there.
so can you all please tweet Barry on Tuesday and Wednesday morning as he checks his social media
I'll be there.
and help him dress?
I was struggling today. You see what I got on? I was struggling with the fit
You still
today.
think you back on vacation? That's the problem, man. You still think he back there in California.
Oh, man.
But I'm just telling you right now. So Danny, this is what I did. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't pull a church and do it wrong. So I had the shirt and I kept it in my car.
That's smart. That's a vet move.
That is smart.
That's a vet
Kept
move.
it in my car. This morning, remembered, it's Survivor Day. Went down to the car, went upstairs, put it on, went out the door.
It's a vet move.
Because I didn't want to get this type of treatment.
Yeah, I deserve it.
Well, hopefully I'm on the show next week, and when church get to wear it. You never know when your
Positive
last
vibes.
Wednesday is gonna be.
You gonna be
Got that
there.
right.
You
You know
gonna be
what I'm
there.
saying?
I got a feeling you're gonna be there. Positive vibes.
Oh, you
man.
hope
I'ma
I'm gonna
have
be
it.
there so
I'ma
you
have
can put
that
this shirt on. That's
I'm gonna have the shirt on. I'm gonna have it on, man.
So check out Survivor tonight. If you miss it, CBS.com. That's
There
the
it
other
is.
place to check it out. And so every Wednesday, new episodes air until this season ends. Cowboys taking on the Patriots. A pretty interesting article from WEEI, which is the flagship radio station. It's written by John Anderson. And he says the Cowboys defense is overrated. And the statistics he threw out there. He said they are the second. They allow the second most pass yards in the National Football League. Said they're fourth most pass yards per play. That they're giving up 6.3. Says they are fifth least in pressure percentage. Says the Cowboys right here are eighth most missed. They have the eighth most missed tackles in the league, and he says they are the most penalized defense in the National Football League.
These are all facts.
And he believes rookie Mac Jones and the Patriots will be ready to handle the Cowboys, who are favored by 4.5.
I would love to know what he thought about Tampa Bay's defense when they played them. How many points they put up?
Against Tampa Bay. I think it was like 17,
They,
right? Yeah.
they scored all field goals against the Texans defense. What does this do? You could go through all these stats, and without context, as we say, it means absolutely nothing.
This is true.
When you're up 20 points, of course you're going to give up more yards per play, right? Because you're playing some defense and say, hey, man, we don't want them to throw the ball over the top of our head. So you catch 6, you catch 10, but you're going to run out of time before you're able to score enough points. And that's how we played the previous 2 games before we played the Giants, all right? Also, when you're turning the ball over, right, I'm going to say you're getting some pressure. I don't care what they say, talking about your rear weight, all right? And somebody thought that they had to throw the ball quick because Trayvon Diggs has picked off, I want to say, 2 or 3 short routes. You know what I'm saying? 3-step drops. We don't need no pressure. That's a pressure win rate. The pressure was on the quarterback, and we got a turnover. I don't care what this dude talking about. We finna go out here and he in trouble. He like the Eagles. He like the Eagles head coach. Buy him a shirt so we can throw it in his face after the game over with.
We're gonna find out this week because we know Bill Belichick and these guys, they're gonna have a plan for us. Either way, they're gonna have a plan for us. We know this. Cowboys haven't won in New England since 1996. Them boys are 0-5 against the Patriots going up there. We saw what happened last time they went up there in inclement weather.
What
happened? Tom was.
Okay.
But did he have any tools? No. I mean, he was playing
it's
with Jacoby
Tom.
Myers. He was playing with Jacoby Myers and them
Listen,
boys.
Tom Brady has won Super Bowl with no tools.
Whoa.
He's won Super Bowls with the least amount of tools. Yes, he has.
No, I ain't gonna say they were scrubs.
No. I said no, bro. He got 7. I'm saying one or 2 of them. he didn't have the supporting cast around
he
him.
didn't have all-stars. I get
first
that.
when you running out David Patton, I mean,
and who's the other kid? Or the kid, Troy Brown. He was
it's interesting too because the players have said on there who are on the others like, hey man, there's a bunch of dudes on that first Super Bowl team couldn't have played on this third one. It's like it was a different team. It was a different team.
No.
But man, take those glasses.
I know
off,
they
man.
fogging up, but I can't see. If I take these glasses off, bro, I ain't gonna be able to see y'all face at all.
Sure,
y'all gonna be like,
it's okay. It's okay.
Ain't nobody gonna see me anyway.
Okay, but when Bean cuts a close up, it's not gonna look good.
They are foggy.
Man, that's why I wear contacts 99% of the time. Y'all see fogging up on the kid.
Put him down.
Oh, let me go. I'm like this.
You're okay.
What'd you say?
You don't have to catch a pass or anything.
No, because I need to ask Church on the way. So you think that their offense, the offense that you've seen the Patriots run out there for the last 5 weeks, is going to really do what this dude is talking about? Be overrated and not be able to turn the ball over, get them off the field on third downs? When they kicked 6 field goals against the Texans last week, I had Nick Folk on my team. Thank goodness.
To me, it's not going to be about their offense. I think their defense is going to come, or we're going to go up there, and their defense is going to have something for our offense. And we know Bill Belichick, what he loves to do. He loves to make you guys make teams one-dimensional. And I think they're going to load up that box against Zeke and Pollard, and I think they're going to make Dak try to win it with his arm, which he's more than capable of doing. We've seen him almost do it in Tampa Bay. He's more than capable of throwing it. But I think that's what's going to be the difference. And I don't think Mac Jones is going to go out there and turn the ball over. I think there'll be nice little dink and dunks, and they're going to be trying to control the clock, have our defense on the field longer than they're used to having them out there. And I think it's going to be closer than expected.
But isn't that, does that play into Trayvon Diggs and his
I think he's staying away from.
I'm saying, but that plays into it. You're going to dink and dunk all day. That's when you're going to get yourself in trouble. Because when you letting these dudes sit on these routes and they know they're going to be short routes, we've seen.
But see, I don't think they're messing with them boys out there. I think they're going to use that core, them 2 tight ends, and I think they're running back. I think that's going to be where their passing attack is going to be at. Because it's going to be a tough matchup. All right, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Man, you falling. So you falling for
They all right. They all right at that tight end position.
You falling for that Tampa Bay stuff. Tampa Bay was good last year, man. They had the top defense. Bill Belichick went out there and did this to Tom Brady. He was with the dude for 20 years. He know him. We finna run up the score on them. Wait, weather dependent. weather dependent. If it's crazy,
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
there.
it's crazy bad weather out there, then yeah, it'll be probably one of them games. But not one of those games where offense is out there throwing it all over the place on our defense.
No, I don't see that happening.
I'm saying this started with the man saying we overrated all these stats, and then this is why blah blah blah. It don't matter what they talk about. The Chargers scored how many points on us?
What was it, 17? I think, right?
How many points they put up on the great Cleveland Browns defense?
Yeah, they put up a lot.
I'm just saying. So when if he want to do comparisons, do that. Go watch the film.
Go watch the film.
We're
gonna see.
Get off the paper. Get off the paper. Watch the film and be nervous. Because Bill Belichick them ain't saying that. That's why WEEI. He the same dude talking about Cam Newton can't play. Well, it probably wasn't him, so I'm not gonna put him out there like that.
Look at you just throwing people under the bus.
But it was the New England media talking about Cam Newton can't play quarterback no more because he danced too much. So it's people around that don't know what they're talking about. He could be one of them.
Well, once again, this is just what WEEI is thrown out there. Cowboys most penalized defense, 8th most missed tackles, 5th least pressure percentage. And I agree with you.
It's still balling.
Context matters. We talk about that so much on this show. Context matters. Now, Vegas has this as a 3.5-point game in favor of the Cowboys. So Vegas is saying, we're going to give you a half point. You know, you should get 3 points for being the home team. That says something.
I think it's going to be close. I mean, look, Bill hasn't gotten to where he was just by, let me just go out here and throw a game plan out there. The guy knows what he's doing over there. And I think this team, I mean, it's not the greatest New England team that ever come out, but if we add weather, we add all these things in there, it's a concoction for a close game.
After this game, people are going to be questioning Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Ooh. I'm just telling you. Kellen Moore is in his bag. I feel a lot different than I felt about Kellen last year. I feel a lot different about the way we are playing the game as far as mixing up the run and the pass. Make sure we maximizing our deep plays off play action. I feel like we're really consistently doing this. There hasn't been a time where we're like, man, Kellen, we don't know what you're doing this week. Every week, this dude is like, oh, yeah, this is who we are. We talking about balance. Find out what our offensive identity is. We have one. We haven't had one in a while. But when we did have one, we were rolling. Well, nobody think about Bill Belichick. We okay. We all right. If Tom Brady ain't there no more.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones in that thing now, right? Mac Jones in that thing now, man.
Okay, what's their record?
2-3.
Oh,
2-3.
They beat the Texans.
And Miami.
And they beat Miami.
They beat Miami.
So, I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Don't sleep on them now.
I'm asleep.
Woo.
I'm asleep.
You passed out, huh?
I'm asleep. The game I was worried about was the New York Giants because I felt like Jason Garrett was coming in.
Wait a second. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. You was more worried about New York than the Patriots?
No, not about us losing, about it being close. It's a division game. The last time they came here was a very close game. Saquon was just starting to get back rolling. Danny Dimes was starting to put up more yards. He had a 400-yard passing day. They was coming off a win. These dudes beat the Texans and kicked 5-6 field goals. Who's the Texans quarterback?
You was more worried about Davis Mills, rookie. You were more worried about New York than the Patriots.
No, not about them beating us. I was
just about being a close game.
I had been picking blowouts for the previous 2 weeks, plus 14, plus this. Yeah. I'm saying that week I was like, yeah, you know what? It'll probably come down to something close just because division game, some stuff was rolling. This game, nah. We'll do the picks Friday, but no, not going to be a 3-point game
against this defense.
They beat two teams. Right. The Miami Dolphins, who the Bucs went out there and just embarrassed, and then they beat the Texans, who's playing with a third-string quarterback.
All right.
Third string.
All right, we're going to see, man.
Third.
I still got the Cowboys winning.
And the third string still put up points. It was a close game.
I still got the Cowboys winning, but I think this one's going to be the close one.
Mm-mm.
And I don't think we're going to get a takeaway this week. This is going to be the week.
We're not going
to. This is going to be the week.
We're not making this bet every week.
Hey, run it back. Run it back.
You say it every week. Eventually.
Whoa. I said it twice.
Yeah.
I said it twice.
You on a roll. You on a roll now.
I said it twice.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. It's going to happen. I'm going to win one of these things. It's going to come back in my favor one of these days.
Well, we're not making the bet. I mean, eventually, yeah, they're going to win the game without it, though. They'll win that game. I'll tell you this, the game that they don't get a turnover, they will win. I'll make that bet.
All right. I'll do that now. Oh, I'm in there.
Yeah.
That's in there. That's easy right there. That's easy.
CB, write that down.
Can't believe y'all over here the Bill Belichick stuff again, bro. What are we talking about?
I am merely talking about
Switzerland. I know. I'm merely Switzerland.
On the fence, man.
I talked about context. I've talked about this many times. So I've just merely put this out here for discussion amongst the Players Lounge and 2 former Dallas Cowboys.
So what are your thoughts on it, dude? What are your thoughts? New England, we going up to New England. Weather's going to be bad. What are your thoughts on it?
At some point in time, I think more people are going to come around to what I've been saying. Having Jason Garrett out the building is refreshing and good. Mike McCarthy's not going to go in there and give away a game like Jason Garrett did.
Dude, this ain't what you were saying last year.
How we get to JG, man?
This dude was over here talking about this probably be Mike McCarthy last year. Wow, we made the wrong decision. He was the same dude.
Because my boy was on the Kool-Aid. We got hurt. We got hurt.
Now you back on Jason Garrett?
I'm going to go back to what Bill Parcells said. I reserve the right to change my mind.
Well, you still ain't answered the question. I mean, Church asked you straight up, what do you think? You brought up Jason Garrett.
Do you think Bill going to have something for this offense?
Bill's going to make it difficult, but the Cowboys are going to win.
Okay. Do you think it's going to be a blowout like my boy over here?
And no, first of all, 20 points of blowout. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I got him covering. I just did my picks for the
So it's going to be a close game?
I got the Cowboys winning and covering. I haven't given a score yet, but I got the Cowboys winning and covering.
I got us plus 10.
I mean, the way you was talking, it was going to be. You said you would sleep on them.
No,
it was over. You was passed out.
I'm sleep on it being a close game. Listen, what we
just ate Thanksgiving dinner.
What we know about us, and once we get the lead, we go to sleep. All right, and then we let them get back in the game.
Stay right there. That's you make it a point I want to get into next about winning this football game. There is something I believe the Cowboys must do to go ahead and handle their business and win up in New England. Barry Church, Danny McCray, Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboys fans, join the National Football League in supporting our nation's service members by wearing the latest Dallas Cowboys Salute to Service gear. Visit your local Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop or shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience, to find the full assortment of Salute to Service gear. That stuff sells out every year pretty quick. So let me ask the question. When you guys were playing here and they had the Salute to Service, did you guys get any of that extra gear?
Oh, yeah.
We got the gloves,
the hoodies. I took all my warm-up gear back. You know, Big Mike and Bucky and them had us right pregame, and I just made sure I packed all that pregame gear right back in the suitcase to head back to the house. I ain't put it back in the equipment bag because you ain't going to see it again. You put it back in the equipment, it's over. It's a wrap. You put that thing back in your travel bag, you good. You good to go, man. Get you some hoodies, hats.
You learn that, the longer you play in the league. The first year I was like, man, they probably gonna charge me for this.
Yeah, they gonna find me, man. I gotta put it back. I gotta put it.
Man, as you go, you get a little bit more comfortable. You get cool with Mike.
You get a couple extra of these, couple extra of that.
So for the breast cancer awareness stuff, you got to keep that too.
Same thing.
Okay.
I like the. Like I said, the pink and black, that was a good mix.
That was clean.
That was a good mix.
That was a clean look.
One they got this year, the one. Well, what's the
catch-all
the
or something?
Yeah, the sweatshirt one. Is that the crucial catch? Is that?
I think so.
The one they got the little kind of like little.
They got all the different colors.
Yeah.
Of it.
Crucial catch. Yeah, they got to take that off. Big
I don't think we had that.
They got to take that off McCarthy. That one.
Did we have crucial catch?
Nah, because we did it when we were in. We did it separate. Every month had their own thing, but now they like bottled it all in together, like breast cancer, all the different colors for each different one, and put it on that.
I just want to listen. Just before we move on.
By the way, Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com.
Can't miss out on that. Hotel, that's what I use for vacation. Hotels.com, man, to get you right.
We number 5 in rushing on defense.
This man trying to sit up here and justify his bet.
Third down. We number 11.
What is that pass defense?
Well, we in. I mean, when you playing plus 20 points, you're all right. Points, we number 3. Point differential per game, we number 3. I mean, because we blowing people out and all that. I'm just saying we got some good stats on here. He just want to pick out all the bad ones. That don't make sense.
I mean, we're number 2 in the main stat, the one that has the biggest win-loss. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's takeaways. I mean, we're number 2 to the Bills right now.
The team is 4-1. In the one game you lost at the last second field goal. We're looking at all these statistics. I mean, hey, that game, Tampa and Dallas, neither defense. Okay, neither defense was good that day.
Mm-mm. We did have 4 turnovers. As bad as we were,
but
we turned the ball over 4 times.
That's the thing. We got 4 takeaways and still gave up 31 points.
Yeah, that
lost the game. And look, your kicker was terrible. He left 4 points on the football.
Yeah, exactly. You also talking about Tampa, all right? The Tampa, who they have been consistently a good offense. Like their defense fell off this year, but Gronk healthy, Antonio Brown healthy, Godwin healthy, and Evans healthy. I mean, we turned the ball over 4 times. We lost. It was our first game with DQ as the defensive coordinator. We continued to get better each week.
I will say that for sure. We definitely continue to get better as the season progresses. I will say that.
So I brought up the WEEI article where they call the Cowboys defense overrated. I didn't know it would rile you up that much, my man.
That boy was hot.
I used to,
thought I was talking about LSU or something.
Do you ever watch you watch Jeff Saturday on ESPN? He was like, man, that boy is high. He high.
Yeah, right. WEEI.
Overrated. Like the Patriots been out there scoring 60 points on folks. What number is their offense?
Like this is that LSU emoji.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, if you gonna come and step in like that, you got to be talking about your offense. You got to be talking about your offense being a great offense. Like they just been putting up buckets on anybody. Y'all ain't scoring no points on nobody.
Okay. They gonna take what they get.
You played the Texans, got five field goals. Can't even score. Can't even gonna come talk, Mac. What are you talking about?
Okay. Mac Jones. They say he's coming through, man.
Tampa Bay defense, we went up there and put how many points on them? They went out there and scored. What they scored? 16, 19 when they played Tampa Bay? What are we talking about?
Okay.
It was a torrential downpour. It was a torrential downpour that game.
Hey, move on.
Not
you, him. Okay. He need to move on. Okay. All right. He wishful thinking.
Oh. Who's LSU got this weekend, by the way?
Who?
I don't know.
Oh,
11 o'clock game, bro.
Oh, y'all playing 11?
Yeah, bro. That's what happened when you. That's what happened when you.
When you're not good. They throw you on the SEC network.
Yeah.
He got Aaron Rodgers' little brother being on the. He's the broadcast.
Man, it's hard out here for us, man.
Y'all bounce back, man. Y'all will bounce back, man.
Yeah, man. I mean,
y'all gonna bounce back.
We lost everything. We all right.
It's all good.
New coach, they gonna bounce back and be just fine.
They got us for everything.
Ready to get rid of Big O. Huh? Ready to get up out of there. Huh?
His seat warm, brother. His seat is warm.
He gonna be all right.
Some folks in there trying to cook old coach. Oh boy,
he gonna be all right.
It's interesting.
So we're gonna be all right.
All right. So what I wanted to point to, looking at this game against the Patriots, and for the Cowboys to do what we think they'll do, win and win comfortably. I think they'll cover the spread here. Play from ahead. That's what they need to do. Get a lead, run the ball, play from ahead. And that's going to put the pressure on the rookie quarterback to try to come out here and have to force some throws and at some point in time make some plays. So if the Cowboys have the lead, I think that to me It helps your defense, and you can chew up time off the clock. We're seeing what they're doing with the run game right now. You got 2 running backs in the top 10 in rushing between Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard right now. So that, to me, I think is the whole key in this football game. And something that in the past, and I look at these matchups against Belichick and the Patriots, they just haven't done. They've not been able to get leads against them.
I'm telling you, look.
And play from ahead.
It's going to be tough to run the football against this Patriots team. I mean, look, Bills, we know he's going to stack the box, but even if these guys are huge up front. You got Judon in there, you got Guy, you got Hightower. These dudes are huge up front, and we know this for a fact that they're disciplined. They're not going to be out there trying to, let me get in this gap, let me peek over in that gap. These guys are going to be disciplined out there, and they're going to make Zeke, scratch and claw for every yard, which we know Zeke is capable of. He's capable of those 3 yards in the cloud of dust, moving forward, beating down the defense until submission. But this is going to be a tough game because, like you said, we're going to have to get the lead early. And to do that, I think we're going to have to run the ball, and it's going to be tough to run the ball against this squad. I mean, throwing the ball, they have a strong secondary as well. J.C. Jackson's one of the best corners in the National Football League. Last year, 9 interceptions. This year, he only got 2, but he's shadowing their best option. Is it going to be C.D. Lamb or is he going to be Gallup? He's going to be shadowing. I would put him on. Cooper. I would put him on Lamb. I mean, what's his name? Coop's kind of hurt right now. His ribs are kind of hurt right now. So I put the other corner on him. I put J.C. Jackson on Lamb and see if he can shut him out. And then after that, who's your options? You got Ced Wilson, Jarwin, Schultz, and a hurt Coop. I think it's going to be tough to move the ball against these guys, especially if the weather's going to be bad out there. We ain't going to be just throwing the ball all over the yard.
Yeah, I'm opposite.
So then how do you explain Houston's quarterback Davis throwing for 302 yards and 3 touchdowns?
He went up. They would sleep on him. They would sleep on him. I'll give him credit because on that one, I was like, hey, I have no idea how this dude was able to put up crazy yards against this team right now.
So because they would sleep.
They would sleep.
They
would sleep on, man. I'm telling you, they would sleep on my guy.
Kellen Moore, this is going to be that prove it game, that put the league on notice game. Like the Buffalo Bills have had a couple of those games this year where you went out there and you played some of the best competition. You dominated them. This is going to be, and I can't even say best competition. They 2-3, but it's just the Belichick thing. But this is going to be one of them games. You go, who going to stop these guys? Who going to stop these guys? After the game, that's going to be the question. Who can stop the Cowboys on offense? How good can this defense be? This will be the week when you really start asking that question, all right? Because I think we're going to go out there and we're going to have a really, really dominant performance. Now, like you said, if we have one of them shady McCoy games where it's, they running all in the snow or something, or it's like a crazy torrential downpour, we know that affects the game.
Without a doubt.
To whatever, it'll be helping the Patriots. But if we have a game where it's whatever, sprinkle here a little bit cold, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna dominate this team.
All right, so I'm just kind of going over here and looking at some numbers for the Patriots, and we're talking. And Barry, you say you think it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be close. I still got the Cowboys winning.
Okay,
but I think it's gonna be close.
A challenge to run. So I just want to just dive in here really quick and say to myself, okay, man, New Orleans had 142 yards of rushing on them. Tampa Bay is not a great running team
at all.
They threw up $120.
I'm getting stabbed right now.
So
I'm getting stabbed.
Keep on going.
Who else?
Then the quarterback go in there and put up 3. Davis Mills, third string quarterback.
Okay, so yeah.
Those 5 games. Well, who else was running the rock well?
The Jets ran for 152.
Oh man.
He ain't watched the Patriots play. He just on Belichick.
Oh, Belly. I thought we was better than that, Belly.
They're 2-3, Barry. They won 2 games.
They slowed Houston down to 67 yards.
But Houston ain't even got no backs.
They slowed them down to 67, but they gave up 3-7 to Davis Mills.
Oh man.
They threw Mills threw up 300 himself,
300 something.
303, and they had 2. Yeah, so they decided to go ahead and throw the ball. But, so I'm just saying, when you talk about really?
I thought it was gonna be tougher than what it was, but
so
them numbers don't look too good.
We're gonna give him another chance.
Them numbers ain't looking too good right now.
So what do you think now?
I still gonna think it's gonna be tough
because WEEI, WIE, whoever it is, came in with all these stats about us. Did he read their stats?
Nah, he ain't read them because I ain't reading them joints either. God,
they can't stop nobody from running the ball.
Let's be real.
I don't believe they ain't got a shot. Zeke is in his bag. Kellen Moore, I
still think it's gonna be close.
My man can shadow whoever he wants to. That's the great thing about Kellen Moore's offense is it's not usually a one-on-one thing.
It's a multiple thing.
It's a multiple thing. You never know who it's gonna be. They got guys coming in you ain't think was gonna see the field out there making big catches.
Brown might come out there and catch a
Just saying, man. I
don't know.
We're gonna be all right.
I still think it's gonna be close though.
Yeah, 10 points close.
Okay, let's take a break here. Lil Collins. Lil Collins.
He gonna be all right, man. He gonna be all right.
Tried to go to court, and we'll talk about the judgment he got from the courts. Next, right here on the Players Lounge, DallasCowboys.com radio.
Organic pumpkin smoothies are back at Smoothie King with at least 13 grams of protein each and 5 options to choose from. It's easy to find a favorite to help you reach your goals, like the new Keto Champ Pumpkin, packed with a whopping 23 grams of protein and 9 net carbs. It's a quick and nutritious meal on the go. So order online or through the app for pickup or delivery. And power up with pumpkin and protein. Official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. Before you can park yourself in front of the game, park yourself in a John Deere and power through your chores. Our Land Run package is a 1025R, 25 horsepower tractor with a loader, rotary cutter, and a box blade for $229 a month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay, no surprises. So don't miss another kickoff.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now let's get to work.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Get the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Join Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, starting at just $20. Join now and get your fan pack, exclusive benefits, and more. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United for details and join today. Players Lounge. This is the show where 2 former Dallas Cowboys safeties, both undrafted, Barry Church and Danny McCray, throw out their opinions and thoughts on football and other topics. I'm Newy Scruggs, longtime Cowboys reporter. Okay, Lil Collins decided he's going to go to court, try to get an injunction so he can play. He's got 1 more game left on this 5-game suspension. They said, yeah, man, no. So he will sit it out.
Hate to see it.
He'll sit it out. Terrence Steele will get to start his 5th game at right tackle. Jerry Jones said on his radio show that he's looking forward to getting Collins back. Praised Terrence Steele for what he's done, but Collins is just fine.
He's a better player.
With Jerry Jones. So I know Hall of Fame writer Shereen Williams was saying that Collins got Wally pipped, and they need to leave Terrence Steele there. And
Collins is a better player than Steele. Like we're not gonna do that. He's a better player than Terrence Steele. Yes,
Clarence Hill and
everybody saying
I both responded no, but that's not going to happen. So I think number one, we praise Terrence Steele for answering the bell.
Yeah. He did what he was supposed to do.
And Terrence Steele has answered the question that they've had out there for a minute. What do we do in terms of a swing tackle? The person who should be worried is Ty Nsekhe.
Yeah.
Ty Nsekhe.
Oh, it's a wrap. That thing's done for. When that boy Steele went out there and handled Bosa like that, if he goes out here and handles Judon, Nsekhe's done for.
So you start to look at, okay, Nsekhe, Brandon Knight, one of the as they're starting to get guys back after the bye and then weeks after, they're going to need roster spots here. So it's going to be very interesting to see where they go.
Because we got a lot of guys coming back here pretty soon. They're gonna have to make a move somewhere. We got Tank gonna come back. Wilson. I mean, it's going to be a lot of cats coming back, and they're like, these roster spots going to have to open up.
I tell you what, they already know.
You think it's already already in the kitchen?
They got them things mapped off already. You got a consistent thing going on with the O-line pretty much. Mm-hmm. You already know who's coming back on the D-line. The DBs are playing how they're playing. Jalen Smith is out, so that was they know exactly what they're going to do when these guys get back. Yeah, and he's in trouble.
Like I said, you've got Collins is coming. After the bye, you got to create a roster spot. He's going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go about building this roster. But to me, La'el Collins is the better player, and you're going to put the better football player out there. Terrence Steele, in my opinion, has solidified himself as a Dallas Cowboy with a job being a swing tackle. And that is valuable. And if anything, if you are a draft Nick, you should be real happy to know this is not the priority of what they have to do.
Yeah. Now after the season, there'll be some questions. Whether do we move on? How do we do that? But as far as it's coming this season, you got to put Collins back in.
Let me tell you something. What we know about Jerry Jones is second, third, fourth, fifth chances are coming. All right, he is not looking any way at La'el like, man, this dude messed up. He's like, shit, I'm glad you tried.
No, I ain't saying about the messed up part. Yeah. I'm saying about just about the play of Steele.
And another guy to even think about is Josh Ball.
That's a fourth rounder this year.
Right. What do they do? As I was talking to Mickey Spagnola last week, says, do you put him on IR? Because you're trying to do this roster composition. Mm-hmm. And Mickey said the problem with putting him on IR means he can't practice.
And that's blocking his development right there.
Exactly.
So you got
So these are interesting conversations to start to have. So when Inseki, what do you want to do there? Do you want to keep a veteran player around and just have him here? Or do you let him go and you have a guy like Ball that you're trying to work with in a world where you say, well, what could he be? Hopefully he could be what we saw out of Doug Free. Fourth rounder from Northern Illinois, who eventually became a starting player for the Cowboys. So this is interesting in terms of how you start to look at this team, how you develop it, who you keep around. These are really good questions, and that's why we got to get Will McCray in here one day to say, hey, how do you see some of these guys? Because they are definitely in this mix of just how do we balance this thing going into next year. There's a lot of free agents on this football team.
A lot of guys on 1 years right now.
Oh, with the way we playing, it's going to be pricey to keep some of these guys.
Oh, yeah, because what happens every year? Once you get a good team, bad teams are going to come and pick and choose. Boom, 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 boom. It happened in 2016 when we was real good. Everybody came and got their picks and chooses, and people are going to get paid.
And a lot of those guys came here for that. The guys that are coming off injuries, the hookers of the world, they came in here on a prove-it deal. We wanted to prove to not just the Cowboys, but the rest of the league that we able to come back from this injury and be the players that we were before. And that's why they're here.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys the same question I had asked Pat Doney on my Sunday night show over at Channel 5 last week. Right now, we got a long way to go, but right now, who do you use the franchise tag on? Leighton Vander Esch? Randy Gregory? Michael Gallup? Any number one of the safeties you like? Connor Williams?
Randy.
That's without a question. Okay. Without a question. I mean, you get your most bang for your buck in Randy. He affects the game a lot more than the rest of those guys will. I mean, I know Michael Gallup, he's a hell of a player, but he's out right now. What's hurting him is this offense is still proficient with said Wilson in the game. So it's not, you don't have to spend crazy bucks on a Michael Gallup to get the same type of production offensively. So for me, you got to go Randy Gregory right there. I mean, he affects the quarterback. He's off the edge. Him and that Tank Lawrence on the edge, or him and Parsons on the edge. Those guys are fierce right now, and I think that's where you get the most bang for your buck.
Oh, and Dorrance Armstrong, I forgot.
No,
it's Randy.
It's Randy. Yeah, it's without a doubt.
Well, everything to piggyback on what Church said. Also, what the Cowboys have invested in Randy Gregory as well. All right, they've stood by his side for a while. I don't see that going anywhere at this point. I think that as he continues to get his feet underneath him and he gets back into the rhythm of the game, he's going to prove that he's that guy, right? And they're going to look at this thing and say, this, like we saying, ain't no question. We got to find a way to have Randy Gregory on our team, teamed up with Tank Lawrence. And, also we got Michael Parsons who can rush. When you put your package out there on 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and you have a Michael Parsons and then you have Randy Gregory and Tank Lawrence rushing, That's going to be something scary for
when the last
opposing
time
offenses.
we paid a safety around here? It was sensible.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
So I agree with you. I agree with what I said. Now, let me just kind of throw another mix in here. What if you're able to get a deal done with Randy? Get yourself, work out a long-term deal. Mm-hmm. Is there anyone of that group that I just named you would say, now franchise that player for 1 year?
Not
I'm still out on it. Yeah,
on all the rest of them.
All the rest of them, I'm still not a part of it.
On a 1 year deal.
I think those are positions that Will McCray and ownership, they feel comfortable that they can go find other guys around the league who will also become free agents and be looking for more prove-it deals, just like they did this year. Mm-hmm. And they've actually been known to do that for since I've been here. Mm-hmm. They're going to go find guys who are looking for 1 year. Maybe a coach like Dan Quinn or somebody coached him before and was like, hey, I know this guy. This guy can come in and he can give us what we need for this 1 year, and then we got an opportunity to move on. I think outside of Randy Gregory, I think that's what the rest of the guys are.
What's the franchise for a receiver now? What is it, 19? It's up there.
It's going to be 14
plus. Yeah, it's going to be up there. So
14 plus. So,
I love Gallup, hell of a player, but it's just
doesn't seem like a smart investment because, like you said, he's out.
And we're still putting
you're still rolling. I don't think our offense is tailored to fit around like one guy being that top receiver like that. Unfortunately, for receivers that play here, we got a first rounder in CeeDee Lamb, and then we already paying Coop 20. And he's muscling through it, so they love that as an organization. So I don't see us spending that type of money on those positions.
That was a big camp topic out in California amongst the media. Was all right. What about Gallup? And there was one person here at DallasCowboys.com who believed, hey, he's going to get $14 million. And another person in the media we were talking about, they were like, yeah, this guy's going to get himself $14 million. And I said, that's not going to happen.
Not here.
Talking about here?
No. Well, he was just saying overall, as a whether he got it here or somewhere else.
The franchise tag next year in 2022 for a wide receiver right now as a projection is $19.1 million.
Yeah, there's no way. Ain't no way you get 19.
And the transition tag is 16.8.
Yeah, that's still too heavy. Yeah,
Coop got 20. You got a first round in CD. He ain't getting 16 or 19 mils.
Yeah. Are we going to play Schultz too? I mean, I
forgot. Yeah, Schultz on the list, and that was just my thought process. Even back at camp, is there's not a smart, economical way to bring back Michael Gallup. And at some point in time, I do believe they're going to go spend some money to add a piece up in that defensive middle. I do believe they're going to do that at some point in time. And you got to find the right deal, the right player. But I do believe.
What you mean, on the D-line, interior D-line or linebacker? Okay.
Yeah, interior D-line. And
you definitely got to find the right player because, I mean, you spending money on that position, this guy has to be a serious game changer.
And that's what I say. I just believe it, and that obviously has to be the case. But where would you rather invest $19 million? Into your D-line or into a wide receiver who is going to be your number 3? And the worst thing in the world happened to Michael Gallup.
Got hurt.
You left the huddle. The guy who went in the huddle is showing you that he can do it. And I do believe at this point in time, Dak Prescott is at that level where if the player runs the right routes, he'll get him the football.
Without a doubt. And it happened similar to me in 2016. I fractured my arm, went down for 4 games. Wilcox comes in there and he's balling. He's balling. They like, Church, you sure you want to come back? I'm coming back. Give me my sleeve, give me my club. I'm going in there playing with this club. And we finished out the season, had a great year, but that's the things you think about. As a player, you're like, man, hold on. This is my boy, but he balling right now. And the defense ain't skipping a step. So, hey, you're looking at it like, hold on, my opportunity's starting to dwindle up to get this bag.
And look, I think somebody's going to go out here and sign Michael Gallup to a contract, and he's going to be a really, really good football player. I think we're all in agreement of that. This is a good football player. But you're now talking about having a limited amount of dollars because of the commitments you've already made. And you've got to start to ask yourself, okay, are we going to have to let go of some good football players? Yeah, you are.
Oh,
because that's what happens when you're good. And that's what happens when you have talent. You just can't afford him at the price his agent's going to want. I mean, you can't be his agent and say, hey, man, go ahead and take $7 million a year.
Nah, you're going to get fired. Yeah.
Right. You can't do that. So he's going to have to go somewhere else and get his opportunity. And how they present it and create it will be interesting. I mean, I look at a team like the Chiefs. They've consistently liked to spend money on wide receivers. I mean, there's a guy that could help them. I mean, he can go to a lot of places where they can use a Michael Gallup. It's just not going to be here when you start to look at what's there. And, oh, by the way, you're going to have to give CD a contract eventually as well. So this is just coming.
But they're gonna have a opportunity to get his 5th-year option and all that stuff.
Yeah, they still got to wait.
But just that.
But eventually,
as you start adding up these numbers, and you just simply say here, can you afford? Like I said, I'm thinking Gallup 14 minimum. 14. You can't afford a third wide receiver making $14 million. It's just going to be cost prohibitive, especially when you talk about Adult and Schultz and so many other spots that you've got to fill to try and get your football team.
While we're on that, so because eventually my man Tony Pollard is going to be up as well. What are you looking at doing with a Tony Pollard when he's up?
I think you gotta let him walk, especially if Zeke's still rolling, because you can draft a guy with speed and not saying TP you can find TP anywhere, but his role that he's here right now, I think you can find that in the draft. I wouldn't pay him personally, but I think he'll go out there and he'll get a mid-level contract somewhere. But I don't think you value him as far as Bucks and bringing him back into this organization, especially if Zeke's still rolling.
I'm with you 100%, Church. I mean, this becomes that issue of you've got commitments to other guys which are going to not allow you to keep good players. Mm-hmm. And a guy like Tony Pollard, if his agent is doing his job properly, is going to find him a deal that the Cowboys are just not going to economically be able to match. Because then you got to say to yourself, how much money have we invested in the running back position?
Yeah, you already gave a man 90.
You start asking yourself, you start doing these ratios, financial ratios, or return on equity of what you're putting in here, and you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I like him, but I can't like him at that number.
Is he a number
I
one?
like him, but I don't love him. That's what you said.
Same.
I like you a lot.
You think he's a number one? Go ahead,
I was going to
CP.
say, you realize that Said is also a free agent, too.
Said? I mean, look at his defense. Keanu Neal, both of our safeties. I think is Anthony Brown got one more year? Is he?
I think he just signed.
He signed a 3.
He signed a 3. So this is the second year of the 3.
But looking at, I want to just look at who's going to be out there, right? Like who's going to set the market. There's some big name wide receivers going to be up in 2022. Godwin, Adams, Hilton.
Yeah, that market's going to skyrocket. The
Emmanuel Sanders, AJ Green, who's older, I understand. Allen Robinson, Chicago. I mean, there's going to be some big guys out there that's going to take most of that.
So it's not out the realm that he can walk around getting 16 a year.
He going to be at the bottom of all them people that
and they're going to push the market way up.
He's not going to be the top guy.
Oh yeah,
he's not going to be the number one guy.
He's going to be on the market for a while.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
But even if he's on the market and he walks away with 11 a year, 12 a year, that's going to be too much for the Cowboys.
He's going to win in his deal. But we like you said, we can't. I don't think we can. I'm not the money guy.
Now, what Chris Beam has said to me, and you talk about the names, that gives me hope that, okay, you can get Cedric Wilson back then.
Yeah. I can see you getting Cedric Wilson back.
Based on those, if the market is that saturated with top receivers, and you may be able to get yourself
a better 2 for 10.
Better deal with Cedric Wilson, and then it comes down to really, and this is where you guys come in here. How do you view the money in terms of no state taxes, your comfort with this offense, and your comfort with the quarterback? How do those kind of conversations go?
It depends. To me, I was chasing the bag. Like I got there. I don't care where I'm going. Whoever's giving the most money, that's where I'm going.
You also had no state tax.
And it came down. Who did it come down? It came to Carolina and Jacksonville. And Carolina offered more, but there was no state taxes in Jacksonville, so it kind of equaled out that way. And Jacksonville actually kind of got a little bit more on there. So I was like, I'm going to Jacksonville. Now, overall, was it the best fit? Probably not, but to me, it depends on what point in your career you're at, if you're chasing the bag or not. And I think those guys right now, they're like, hey, we gotta get it strike while the iron's hot. So I think it comes down to that. And those guys going into free agency, that's gonna be forefront of their mind. Who's coming up with the most money and how are we gonna get to it? But I will say this: it's not always greener on the other side. All right, there's not a lot of organizations like the Dallas Cowboys.
Says the person who got the bag. Let me tell you something. The bag is getting chased. I don't care what you're talking about. Listen, because it ain't no guarantee what team is going to be good, who's going to be there, who's not going to be hurt, who's going to be healthy. None of that's a guarantee. Yeah. What the guarantee is your bag when you sign that contract. Right? You know exactly how much money you're going to get when you sign it. Chase the bags. Be smart, man, especially if you're on your first bag.
Now, if you 2-3 bags in, I'd rather stay here. But, it's off to each his own.
And I'll wrap it up with this. If it's one thing we've seen with Mike McCarthy through his coaching career. In Green Bay, they let guys go. When it came to receivers, they went to the draft. So you've got the quarterback here. You've got the running back. You got two good receivers. If they have to let Wilson and Gallup go, I'm pretty confident they can find someone else in here who can do some of the job. And then you got a Noah Brown, who they've been working with for a couple of years now. So I've got confidence that Will McClay can go get that thing done. Gil Brandt used to say, you shake a tree and find a wide receiver in this league. And now with so many more offenses running, there's more passing offenses out of college. There's a lot more receivers out there.
Look at high school. These guys are doing 7-on-7s. In the spring, there's this year-round football. These guys are coming in more and more developed.
Look at Cole Beasley.
CB about to put y'all off this air. I know that.
All right.
Oh, my bad.
Tonight, Survivor. All right, get your shirts.
Team Danny.
Tell them where to get the T-shirts at.
Yeah, check it out on Instagram. The website link is in my bio at Danny McCray 40. If you want to go straight to the website, it's www.shopteamdannymerch.com.
All right, Survivor tonight, CBS, 7 o'clock, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Newy Scruggs. We will talk to you tomorrow. Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Oh, Tiffany off.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?